Hi, I'm Drew. I'm a drag queen living in LA, currently in Chicago, shh, don't tell, with my dog, my husband, and a well of shame.
I am Grant. I live with my wife and four kids in
Oof.
Florida,
Oof.
sunny Florida.
Double homicide.
Don't say gay, and our libraries are real empty. But I'm a former pastor as well, and
So
I'm
you're
just
the
happy to be
reason.
here.
You're the
Happy to be
reason
here.
that they're mostly empty. Great. So this
I don't want
episode,
to.
while we're on our world travels, we decided to attack them voicemails, and then voicemails
Voicemailed
were
it up.
attacked.
It's all
We did.
voicemails. We
Yeah, we talked
hit
about
a lot of them.
shame,
Church
shame,
stuff, dad stuff,
gay, 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 gay,
dad hands
gay.
stuff.
Someone called in who was trying to be
Chicago.
funny and it just didn't land.
Oh,
They're the last voicemail. You'll
it's
hear
gonna
that.
be hard to listen to. Actually, I loved it.
It's
It's
it
my
was
favorite
tough.
one. This is my favorite one.
Oh,
She's the best.
okay.
Okay,
So this is the end
anyway,
of Twinnuendo. All
just
right, thank you
listen.
everyone.
Listen to
Enjoy
it.
the show.
Share it
God
with
damn it.
somebody. Send it to somebody.
Hi, I'm Drew. Wait, what? Hi, welcome to Twinnuendo. I'm Drew, and I'm gay,
And I'm Grant, and I'm still not,
and you never will
but
be.
you're trying. Oh, you're trying, Drew.
Yeah, and I think
I'm on to
judging
you.
from that hat, we've lost, and
It's a
that's
gay hat.
okay. Oh,
It's
so
from the
did we
Vans.
win?
It's the Vans Pride collection, actually.
Oh, okay. Listen, where I'm staying, the internet's not great, and it did look like a page boy hat at first, and I did get very nervous
So I'm
that
an
we were page
ally,
boying.
and you're trying to punish me for it. I don't know. Anyway,
Invalidate your
where
existence.
where are you? Where are
Oh my
you?
God, thank you
That's
so
not your
much for
house.
asking.
Where are you?
Well, it's
Are you
my
safe?
Chicago house. This is where I live when I'm in Chicago.
Hey, give the address. A lot of people listen in Chicago. Actually, our number one city that listens in America is Chicago. Give them your
Okay,
address
great.
so they can come by.
Yeah, it's 46.
46.
That's it. You'll find it.
Just
No, I'm
46? Okay.
um it is actually today, at time of filming, it is Curtis's birthday, and no one else's, and no one
My
else's.
oldest son's birthday as well. Continue.
Grant, let him have his like one day. Sorry,
Yes,
Curtis,
the
I
grown
tried.
man needs his birthday, not the child. You're right. I'll take it from the child.
Yeah, the world is unfair, and this is the best way to get Max ready for it.
I don't
Disappointment every day.
listen, with global warming going as it is, he
Oh, yeah,
probably
that's true.
has
He
just
won't
as
be
many
adult.
birthdays left as
Yeah,
Curtis
as
does.
Curtis. That's true.
So
That's true. He
give it
won't
to
be
the
adult.
boy.
Okay,
Anyway, it's
fine.
Curtis's birthday. Happy birthday, Curtis.
Yeah, it's Curtis's birthday. The band that he's been following for 20 years was here this weekend. So he was like, oh, it's a perfect time. It'll be my little birthday present. So he went to see the
Lincoln Park,
band. Mm-hmm.
Puddle of
His
Mud.
favorite. He loves
Puddle of Mud.
when they talk about the park equipment and
Ooh,
oh, that song about the rules of the park.
the rules of
Keeping
the
your
park are
eyes on your
don't
own
sit
kids.
down, keep on walking.
Exactly. So we are here for that. He saw them. It was his 66th time seeing the band. And I don't know about you, that seems like a lot to me,
That's a lot.
but it
But
brings him joy,
it's a
so.
jam band. So they're not playing. It's not like he's
So they're
hearing
just playing the
Piano
same
Man over
song
and over
over and
again.
over. Oh, well, it's kind of the same song over and over and over. It's kind of like their vibe, but no, the people there are really nice, and it's like his little community. So I always actually end up having a lot of fun. Although, of the two nights that they played Talia Hall here in Chicago, I went on the night where the air conditioning wasn't working. So
I don't like it.
yeah, it was stinky, smelly, hot. But yeah, so I'm in Chicago. I'm house sitting for Auntie Chan, famous drag queen,
I
Auntie
know Auntie Chan.
Chan.
I mean, look at the art behind you. Auntie Chan's doing fine. Auntie
Well, to be
Chan is
fair, this is
doing fine.
Peter. This is Peter. Her boyfriend has very
Big wallets, lots of
no the
money, investments
dialed in
of money.
a tastemaker.
A
He's just a
what?
very
Is that a
he's
coffee pod machine?
yes. He's like 27 and he owns a home. He's like that kind of guy.
I owned a home
Responsible.
at 27. I don't now.
In Munford, Tennessee. Eh, not
Okay,
great. Not great.
please don't give out my information like that, all right? I don't. That's
I
a
forgot
quiet
you
little
vacation
town,
there. I
and I
forgot you
still
vacation there.
vacation there.
My bad. My bad.
Please. Oh,
I forgot
anyway,
you didn't actually sell the house. You kept it for your little getaway moment.
it is my little getaway home when I miss that. So, Drew, we are doing something special today. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, well, I'm in Chicago, so we can't do regular because I don't even have microphone.
We can't do
Sorry.
regular, and so we really, really sucked at doing
You do.
voicemails.
You do suck at it.
You suck. You
Mm-hmm.
suck.
I can't hear you. I'm in Chicago.
You suck. So
Sorry.
we have not done a great job. People have been sending us voicemails, and they're amazing. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you for calling.
Thank
Some
you
of
for calling.
them are
Some of
incredibly
them are
touching.
incredibly touching.
Some of them are alarming and
Alarming.
upsetting.
Very upsetting.
But
Yeah.
some are super touching, and so please keep calling. It's wonderful. It's better than scrolling through TikTok. Just listen to a bunch of voicemails. That's
Can I ask
better
you a
for my soul.
question? Can I ask
Hmm.
you a question? Not
Yeah.
to get us bar redacted, but did you find, because like in queer communities, okay, today I went to a gospel brunch in Wrigleyville.
What is that?
So it's a drag brunch, so you eat brunch food while drag queens come around and perform. And this one was gospel themed, so like gospel music. Have you heard of it?
Oh.
Yeah,
Have I
and
heard of it?
but
I
there's a lot of,
believe
there's a lot of
in the
woundedness in the
hills.
queer community and
Yeah.
religion. Listening to the voicemails, do you find it to be overwhelmingly troublesome? Or was being in the church, did people come to you with all their fucked up problems all the time anyway? So it's just like a different kind of problem, just wrapped in glitter? They
Yeah.
hated that I said that.
Yeah. That was being a pastor. It was people constantly coming to you with, like, this is terrible. This is terrible.
Did anyone ever ask you if hell is real?
No, no,
Oh, they
no.
just believed it.
Honestly,
Wow.
I didn't talk about it like ever. So, I mean, I don't like it would kind of be strange for someone to walk up to me and be like, hey, that thing I've
Then
never
how did
heard
you
you mention.
pastor? That's like 90% of it.
Oh, I went after their money. I talk about money all the time.
Oh, sure, 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 sure,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
tithe,
didn't care about
tithe
power. I cared
offering,
about money.
which is power
Look,
in today's society.
you don't get a golden crow just from working hard. You do it from swindling. This is a swindling crow.
Did you do all of that, or did Angela?
Why?
Because it's nice.
I did it.
You did all of it?
Yeah, I thought if I told you that I did it, you would immediately talk shit about it, and so I was tricking you.
Grant, I gotta say, listen to your heart because that's exactly what was gonna happen.
I knew it.
Damn it.
You've
I've
always
played
been
my
a piece of
cards.
shit, and you're
Speaking
still a
of
piece of
pieces of
shit.
shit, we've got plenty of them on voicemail.
Oh,
So
good
let's go ahead.
transition.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I'm trans rights. My best friend is trans, so
So
trans
let
rights.
me see.
Ally.
Drew, can I tell you? I know you already know this, so I want to tell listeners that I was trying to edit a video for you this weekend and
Yeah.
my hard drive died, but I listened to the whole episode of one of your IMHO episodes,
And it
and
was a long one.
there's a joke that you told to Alexis that I had to pause the video because I was laughing.
Wait, really?
I couldn't. I was afraid I was gonna miss something because I was laughing so hard.
What is
And
it? What is it?
Angela was like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" And I was like, "You have to listen to this." I haven't shared the clip. Obviously, my hard drive crashed. I don't have it anymore. But
LOL.
I've told two other people this joke that you told. It made
Oh
me
my
laugh so
God, I'm
much.
so funny. Okay, what did I say? I'm
Um,
bet I'm gonna love this.
I'm gonna butcher it. Like, I don't
Okay.
remember the exact wording, but Alexis was revealing she had a boyfriend. You were celebrating her, and you surprised her by hugging her, which was a
Mm-hmm.
surprise to her. And you
Yeah, it's
said,
a
"I'm just
surprise
so
to me.
happy for you because, let's be honest, your life has kind of been something like a dumpster fire or something." I don't remember how you described it. And then with the whole wrong body stuff.
It's hard. Listen,
And
it's so hard being
it
wrong
was just
body.
this throwaway thing you said, and it floored me. And
Thank
it
you.
is
I
so funny.
thank you so much. I
It's
put
very
in the
funny.
work. I put in the
Really,
work.
it's a brave
Um,
joke. It's a brave joke.
it's one that you couldn't say.
I couldn't say it. I
No,
even
and I
think
don't even love that you laughed at it. And that is something that we're
you
gonna have to
saying
unpack.
it was a little like it was. I
Yeah,
think it's so brave for you. I would say
ally.
probably more brave than like what trans people have had to do. Right? Would you go
I
that
think
far?
that yeah, I think that joke
Brave.
was well, it's exactly what we need to push against those boundaries. The
And you were
boundaries that
living.
trans people seem to just be sitting back and allowing to happen.
Yeah. They're living their truth, but
Um,
they're kind of living their truth
to
lazily at this
quote,
point.
I think it's James A. Caster. To quote James A.
James A.
Caster,
Caster,
if
James A.
there's one
Caster.
population of people who have
Yeah.
had it too easy for
For
too
too
long,
long.
it's trans
It's
people.
trans people. I love all you trans people. I just want you to know. I love you very much. I'm very I'm very sorry about the wrong body stuff.
I will say
I didn't
that
say it.
being an elder gay, which is what I am in this current political climate,
Oh, Angela asked me the
um,
other day what a twink was. And I said, it's what Drew used to be. And she goes, he's not anymore. And I was like, no, he's like old. He's like old. He's out.
there's
He's
a
just an old
hard
piece of shit.
expiration date. After like 26, you have to kill yourself, and I'm still running.
Oh,
I'm still try and
man.
find me. Try and find me. I'm at 46. No,
Chicago.
I'm sorry that it
Minnesota?
took, yeah, I'm sorry that it took cis gay people so long to fight for trans people as hard as trans people have fought for us. But now that I'm here, I love you and I thank you.
Love
And
you. Thank you. Thank you for being
Alexis,
you.
like my best friend being trans, has really helped me formulate like she's not the kind of trans I like.
Okay, let's explore
And
that. What does
yeah,
that
yeah,
mean?
yeah. She's kind of obnoxious and
Mm-hmm.
she if she's gonna make me a wig, it'll be like 3 weeks later, and then she'll bring it to me with a look on her face like, "Well, do you love it?" Like I have to show her praise, or she gets like in her head, and that's not very trans. That's not very ally.
You're connecting that behavior to a tip like that's trans behavior is what you're saying. Like
Right, right. Yeah,
okay,
let me
so
break
you're
this down even further. I'm
generalizing.
sorry. Let me
You're
break this down even
generalizing.
further.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, growing up gay, right? I grew up with certain
I
stereotypes
don't
that I
I
was
don't
good
know.
at
We didn't really
math,
talk a lot when you were growing up.
that oh my God, that I bicycled whenever I had the opportunity to get my wheels moving, I had to get the tire to the road. That was something that people always thought about me because I was gay.
What?
Um, oh my God, and that gay people are really good at state taxes. I'm tired of that stereotype. I'm tired of it.
Listen, this is really funny. I hate to shut it down, but voicemail number one.
Hi, my name is Benny,
Ooh.
and I made the decision to be gay, so you
Uh,
could say I'm the gay one. And my
yikes.
question is for Drew. We all know that Grant loves boobs because he used to draw them all the
Still
time.
do.
But we want to
I'm doing it right now.
know, does Drew like boobs too? I know personally I'm fascinated with boobs. I'm not necessarily titillated by them since, I chose to be gay,
Boo.
but I
Bad
find
joke.
them to be just interesting to look at. Especially the ones that are all pushed up or ones that are obviously surgically enhanced and out of proportion to the rest of the body. I'm just fascinated by it. So I'd love to hear Drew's thoughts.
All right, Drew.
I have been waiting for this question my entire life. I don't
Yeah.
know how it hasn't come up on IMHO yet.
You've talked about boobs before. You've talked about.
Oh yeah. I mean, my best friend has grown an incredible set, and I'm so proud of
I'm
her.
sorry.
Yeah, here's the thing. I love boobs. I think boobs are so incredible. And
Mm-hmm.
I say this with heart. I say this with meaning. I say this with my soul.
Mm-hmm.
If I were straight, well, sorry.
Say it again
If I
though.
were straight,
There you go. There you go. You did it.
I think I would absolutely be a booby guy because as a man, I am a huge pec guy. If I can see pecs through a t-shirt, it's over.
Honey, let
It's
me tell you.
over. It's
OV.
over. And when I watch straight porn, turn this off, mother-in-law. Turn this off right now.
Turn it
When I
back on.
watch
Don't turn it off.
when I watch straight porn, I do enjoy the boobies. I have to say I enjoy a smaller boobie on a cis woman.
Interesting. Why is that? Why do you
Yeah.
think that is?
Because I think I can imagine it's me, you know?
Nah, you'd
If you
have some
don't see
heavy
yourself in
hangers.
your porn, what are you jerking for?
That explains all the mirrors when you're a teenager in your room. I didn't understand it, but now I do.
It's
Is
like I go,
oh oh oh
uh.
oh good angle.
Good
Um,
question, Benny.
I'm really glad that we finally have come to the same place on this issue. I feel like,
Boobies?
yeah, I feel like this
Yeah.
is a real bonding thing for me that we're
I think the body parts that I just simply love, can't do without,
Elbows,
are I love pecs. I
opposable
love men's
thumbs,
legs. I love men's legs.
earlobes.
And hands. I love
Is
when
that
I have two of them.
is that a
I
joke?
have a no, I have an intense hand thing, and I don't know what it comes from. I don't
What do
know
you mean?
who tried to hurt me,
What do you
maybe. I
mean?
don't know. I remember everybody's hands. I may not remember your name or your face, but I will probably remember your hands.
Do you know what this sounds like? This sounds like one day they're gonna find a freezer filled with hands in your apartment.
Oh, I already
Like they're
have
gonna make
one.
a
They
podcast
don't have to
about
find
you.
it. All they have to do is ask. I don't know
Go
what
to
it is.
45
I
Chicago right now.
like if you name a celebrity, I will immediately get a picture of their hands in my
Idris
head.
Elba,
In my head, I have it. I know exactly what his hands look like. Yeah,
Donald
I
Trump.
don't know. I don't know what it is. It was really hard to. I'm not. This is not a joke. It was hard to internet date, and luckily I got
Because
out
you
of it
couldn't
before
see their
that.
hands?
Yeah, because I would go on dates with people, and if they bit their fingernails, it was an immediate no go. And there is a type of fingernail that I can't. I would have a really hard time putting it into words, but there's certain fingernails I don't fuck with.
You're talking about the kind that like curve down, like go all the way over their like the tip of their finger. Have you seen
Oh, I
those?
think that's kind of cute. I don't
Okay, so
mind
what are you
those.
talking about then? You talking about the
Well,
thumb, the toe thumbs, fingernails?
remember oh, bleep out her last name.
Mm-hmm.
Remember my best friend, my girl best friend in middle school? She had little hammer thumbs.
She had hammer thumbs. If you have hammer thumbs, we love you.
You're
We
Megan
love you.
Fox. Megan Fox has hammer thumbs.
Megan Fox has hammer thumbs.
Yeah.
We love you.
No, I
What
don't
are
want
the
to get into
fingernails?
details. I don't want to get into details because I don't want anyone listening with those horrible fingers to feel bad. And obviously, it's all
Man,
my issue.
we need a Patreon for this. This is what Patreon's for. We got to get into
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'll
fingernails.
draw them. I'll draw the
We got to
disgusting
get
hands I
into it.
see, and I
Guys,
never forget.
Drew and I have been arguing about when to start a Patreon for Twinnuendo, and I'm all for it because I need money. But Drew's been a little reluctant. But now,
We're barely getting
do you want
one
a
episode out
Patreon?
a week. You want to
We're
add
handling
extra
it.
stuff?
We're handling it. Can you? Oh yeah, Drew.
You just started a job.
Can you doodle some fingernails? Yeah, I can do it. Great, $5 a month. Like we can get it done. Donezo.
Oh yeah, I guess drawing fingers would
I would
actually
do.
get
I would
us
do for
there.
Patreon. I'd do a little Bible chat. I'd be happy to like answer Bible questions and shit.
Oh yeah, he would love that actually.
It'd be fun. It'd
Maybe
be
we
fun.
should start the Patreon just so you have something to do.
Yeah, guys. No one. My kids don't talk to me.
No, we could set up the Discord. You'd have a great time over there.
I would. I need friends. So for real, if you guys would support, let me know. Let me know. I'm down. We got to get this thing going. Sorry. Anyway, the hand thing
That's
really
good. We
threw
can
me.
move to the next one.
Yeah, it really
Yeah, I
threw
know.
me.
No, I know. And it's not even, it's not like a sexual. You know what it is?
No.
It's a little sexual. Okay. Do you remember when we were
Oh,
children?
Max, I'm recording the podcast. Hey, Max is here. Max, come here. It's your birthday. It's okay. Come here.
Maxim!
He
Oh, you
can't
can't.
hear you,
Yeah.
but he's right here. Uncle Drew says hi. Here he is, 14 years old.
I'm getting up there.
He looks like us. Look at him. Here, put these on. Look at this. Look at this little kid. Ah. All right, buddy. I love you.
I'm sorry, I forgot you.
Don't worry about it, dude. You're good. I love you.
So, when we were growing up, we didn't have internet or phones. Okay, it was
Yep,
very dark.
no
It was
internet,
a
no
dark,
phones.
dark time.
Remember we had to wind up the toilet to get it to flush? Do you guys remember that, elder millennials?
Yeah, if the horse died,
You
and
had
you
to
couldn't afford a new one, you had to wind.
you had to
it.
wind it up. Most people had their grandmas do it, but anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So all we had to look at while sitting on the toilet were like magazines or JCPenney catalogs. And so if we
It had
after we'd
bras
already
in it,
read
bro.
all the jokes from Reader's Digests, plus biblical, moments really to connect with our Lord, we would look at the JCPenney catalog and my go-to section, like, oh, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is it.
That's the origin
My
story.
go-to section
Yeah.
was men's shorts. Because what you would see is you would see the veins in their hands. Usually their thumb would stick out of the pocket. And then you could see like the veining up the forearm. Uh-oh, I'm getting hard. And then you see like just the top of their like thigh to like their knee. It has to be connected. Like, I
Oh.
don't like it on its own. Like, I'm not imagining that that is how it
Hey,
exists in the
so
world.
okay, can
It
I
is
this
connected to a
okay,
person.
this might fuck everything up in your life and in my life.
Okay.
Let's get Freudian for a second. Dad
Okay.
had very distinct hands.
Yes.
He had big,
Big,
tan,
wrinkly,
like
veiny. Yeah.
veiny hands. Like
Yeah.
I can picture them now.
Yeah.
Is there something there? Is there some
Yes.
Freudian
Yes. Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
happening?
Probably. Probably. It wasn't something I was ready to unpack.
Here we are.
Um,
Here we are.
but yeah, probably. I
Also,
mean,
another
his
reason to have a
fingers are
Patreon. We
so
could find
his
pictures of Dad's hands and put them out there for people.
his fingers are so specific, and I see my own fingers in his fingers. So I would automatically, if I saw someone's hands that looked like his, I would be like, no thanks. But did it start with that? Possibly.
I mean, I
Possibly.
always remember, and his golden tennis bracelet he always wore,
Mm-hmm.
and just
I mean, he probably still wears it now. He's alive,
classic, classic,
unfortunately.
classic. I don't think it fits him anymore. He's got little wrists. He's lost a lot of weight. All right, let me share my screen.
Lucky.
Let me share my screen again. Yeah,
Okay.
look, that's what it is. All right, so it's gonna get a little heavier here.
It's not about boobs again.
No, we can make it about boobs. Here we go. This is probably, I mean, this could be for both. This is more for you, I think. So let's go.
Okay.
Hello, Twinnuendo. Sergio here. I was raised Catholic, and I had to go to
Sergio.
Catholicism from first grade until eighth grade.
Oof.
And one memory that sticks out when I decided to question my faith was when I had Sister Sharon. I think this was like in third or fourth grade, and she told our class that no matter what you do, God will forgive you. And that's when I decided that to just say fuck it to religion. And my mother's been very upset at Sister Sharon ever since I told her about that in
Fucking
like third,
Sister
fourth grade.
Sharon, man.
So I just want to know, like, did you ever have a moment like that where you decided to question religion early on in your youth? Thanks so much.
Wow. Thank you, Sergio.
That's a
What
good
a
question.
sweet, sweet voice. You have a
That's
great voice.
that's a good question. So what
Um,
about you, Drew? My answer is really quick.
do it.
No. Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah. Same. Same. We were so
No.
did he say he was raised Catholic?
Yes. So he did like catechism class all the way
Right,
through eighth grade.
which I know obviously the fire and brimstone is also a Catholic thing. Like there definitely is Catholic guilt, but
Yeah.
not to the level that Southern Baptist is. Southern Baptist is like telling you a nightmare of a bedtime story every night. Every night before you go to bed, will you see the fiery gates of hell? Like that is the last thing you think about when you go to bed and the first thing you think about when you wake up.
It's like an abusive spouse. Like there's like you're talking
They're
about
kind of hot, but
I
like, is it
love
worth it?
like they love you, they love you, they love you, and then like, but you better not piss him off, like, because he'll
Yeah.
fuck you up. And so it's like, but I
Yeah.
love you,
Yeah.
but I may fuck you up. So yeah, it's like we left an abusive spouse when we left God behind. Continue though.
I love that. I love that Sergio eventually just said, "Well, if everything's forgiven, fuck it." Like that's
Then
the
what are we doing this
best.
for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's the best reaction I have. Unfortunately, I just had so much, fire and brimstone around me that like it really wasn't. Even after I graduated from college and I started teaching and I was living as an out gay man, even then I was like, it's got to be right, and I'm just totally wrong.
Hold that thought. Let me play you another voicemail. It's
Uh-oh.
Sergio. Thank you. I'm not trying to cut
Thank you,
yours off.
Sergio.
So our answer was very simple. No, we did.
No.
We are a smart kid. You were very smart. We were not. We were dumb.
We were very brainwashed.
But someone called in with something that plays right into this. This right here.
Okay.
Hi. Okay. My name is Kenneth.
I can.
Hello, Kenneth.
So I grew up in the church as well, pretty strict, Pentecostal.
Ooh.
The Holy Spirit fire coming down on
and
Kenneth.
My parents weren't accepting my entire childhood.
Yeah, no shit.
For like, basically. Luckily, as I've been an adult, they've grown a lot. but I fear I'm still dealing with like the aftermath of like growing up in that rigid environment. Do either of you experience chronic shame, or how do you deal with shame?
Such a great question.
How did you deal with shame, and how do you get, like, I don't know, I just find myself always feeling guilty, and even when it literally has nothing to do with me, and I'm in therapy trying to work on that. But like, do you have any advice, especially for the gays? Because I'm kind of struggling. But yeah, love your podcast, by the way. Thanks.
Oh,
What a
Kenneth.
great voicemail. Kenneth, I know I don't represent how you grew up.
Anything good?
I'm
Oh,
not the Pentecostal pastor you had, but I'm incredibly sorry that they put
yeah.
that shit on you.
Yeah,
Um,
Pentecostal's bad.
but no, I'm just saying, like putting
It
that guilt and
is.
shame on a kid. And so we absolutely both have it. I would love to hear Drew's take on this first, because I
Because
know
you don't have an answer.
you've
You've never
never
felt shame a day in your
you
life, you fucking cis white straight piece of shit.
just floating through life over here.
Wow,
But
wow.
go ahead, Drew. I want to hear your response to that.
Okay,
I think it's a great
okay.
question.
First of all, Kenneth, again, I want to say I love your voice. I have loved hearing other little femmy boys like me talking because a huge point of shame I had growing up was the fact that I wasn't masculine. It was something that was like deeply reinforced in me that it wasn't just that I wasn't right, I wasn't like the other boys. I was gross. I was disgusting. And so I remember like answering the phone or having to make a phone call into my adulthood, well into my adulthood. I would lower my voice. I would speak in like 2 or 3 word sentences. Like I would try to hide my voice. Like it was,
Hello,
yeah,
it's
that
me.
shame is deep. That shame is built in deep. As far as like advice for it, honestly, just hearing you say you're dealing with it in therapy, that's it. That's all you can do is deal in therapy with it. I will tell you, I was so focused for so long on the shame I had about being wrong, about everyone in my family's in religion and I'm not, so I must be the wrong one. I had that forever. The thing that really helped me the most to get over it was I eventually, something about the pandemic just changed. Well, I know this is going
Kenneth,
to
you
come
need a
as a shock.
pandemic. That's what he's trying to say. We need
The
another
pandemic, have another
pandemic.
one.
We need
No,
another
but the pandemic,
plandemic, more like it.
it forced us all to take a look at the world very differently. And for me, part of me, it forced me to look at myself differently and how I was showing up for myself in the world. And turns out I wasn't. I was so concerned with everyone else's view that I didn't even know how I felt about myself. And I didn't like myself at all. And it wasn't until I started loving myself. This sounds so gay, but I promise you this is true. It really wasn't until I started to love myself, which I don't have a secret for. Literally, my answer to that is pandemic. So if you find yourself in another pandemic,
Go to a
I
pandemic.
think you're going to be
Go to Wuhan.
cured. I think it's going to cure you. Go to the Pentagon, let's be honest. Go to the
So
Pentagon,
so
okay?
Drew, go to Fauci's house. So Drew, I was going to say the exact same thing. One of the
Oh no.
things that Christianity teaches you is not to love yourself. It teaches
Yeah.
you to deny yourself. It teaches you that you're broken, that you're born broken and you are always broken. You're so broken that you deserve death and hell. And so it teaches you not to love yourself. It teaches you not to trust yourself. And so, my wife and I, we actually had a conversation.
My wife.
My wife, we recently had a conversation a couple nights ago, which has been great. We haven't spoken in like a year or so. We had a
Yeah.
great conversation a couple nights ago about this, about these moments where we have this guilt come up over things we don't even believe anymore, and like this shame pop up and just shit like that. And I told her, I said, this is the programming, that there's something wrong about you. And so, Kenneth, I would tell you, I'm with Drew. I don't know how, but
I'm with her.
you need to love yourself, and you need to believe in yourself, and you need to trust yourself. And
Can I stop you?
I mean, you did.
Using the word need, I think, can help propel shame in these senses. Like, oh, well, I need to do this and I'm not doing it. Oh, fuck, I did it wrong. I
Yeah.
agree with you. I agree with the sentiment, but I think in these specific moments, like semantics really matter. And I think maybe reframe it in your head as I want to love myself. I will love myself. like
Yeah.
as a more affirmative thing than I need, because that's the thing about shame, is it can weasel in through a verb, like it's something that is so deeply ingrained in us, especially people who grew up in the church, that I just hope that whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever shame you're feeling, I know that eventually one day you'll be able to let that go. I know eventually one day you'll be able to reprogram yourself. But truly, it's coming out of a cult, babe. Like your entire understanding of the world and how it works. The world only works because you have shame.
Yeah.
Like everything you do has shame attached to it. So I don't know how to think about it any other way. Sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
No, Drew, if I could stop you right there, you
Oh,
need
sure, sure,
to
sure. You
shut the fuck
did.
up. That's what you need
And
to do.
I will.
And Kenneth, Drew's exactly right. It's prioritizing that self-care and that self-love, because what the church would tell us all the time was that if we were feeling down or if we were feeling shame or whatever, we need to actually not think about ourselves at all. We need to think about others. And there's something that's the insidious part, because there's some part of that that's true. The part that points you towards community is the good thing, is the good part. But what it was saying was, push all of it down and focus on somebody else. In other words, it was what's that song from the Book of Mormon? The Book of Mormon song that's like,
You want me to speak again? Oh, wow. Thanks for allowing
what
me
was it?
in.
What was the
Oh, you
song?
bring back the faggot when you have musical theater questions.
Yeah, what was
Wow.
the song from the Book of
So we're not
Mormon
growing.
where they just push everything down?
Oh, pray the gay. Turn it off like a light
Turn it
switch.
off.
Dun, dun,
Turn it
dun,
off.
dun, 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 dun,
My
dun.
dying sister's last words were, "Where's my brother?" Turn it off.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay, I
But
have to say, for a second, I didn't realize that's what you were referencing, and I was like, did our sister die? You didn't tell me anything. Wow.
you didn't
It's
get
a lot
invited.
to unpack.
Anyway, Kenneth,
To her
yeah,
death, I missed that invite.
love yourself. Love yourself. Trust yourself.
Listen, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else?
How
Can
you
I get a
gonna love somebody
RuPaul?
else, Kenneth? How you gonna love
It really is,
somebody
Kenneth.
else?
It's just a journey, and
How you gonna do it?
unfortunately, it's a really long journey.
Yeah.
It's just it takes time.
And you're doing great. I mean,
You're
truly,
doing
you're
great.
doing
You
great.
called a podcast.
Well,
You're
that's not
killing
great.
it.
No, that's not great. But just being able to acknowledge that, being able to acknowledge, hey, this shame isn't okay. Like this
This
isn't
girl is on fire.
this
Right.
girl. Okay,
Mhm.
listen. This girl
Is.
is on fire. Kenneth, thank you for calling. We love you. Keep going.
And I love your little Fibby voice, you little faggot.
Keep going. That makes me uncomfortable.
Next voicemail, please.
All right. Next voicemail coming up. It's Kai, all the way from the internet. Here it is.
Kai.
Hello, it's Ty, huge fan of Amicho and Twinnuendo. I've just finished your most recent episode, and I have a question for each of you. As a queer person who has also cut ties with one of their parents, Drew, do you ever miss certain parts or moments with your dad? And my other question for Grant is, would you now, looking back, become a preacher again?
No.
Thank you, guys. Love the show. Bye. Exit line.
Kai,
By
that fucked
exit
me
line.
up.
I loved it.
Wow.
Hey, let me add to that too. We got this question from several people. Like Sam in Chicago left a fantastic voicemail that basically asks the same thing. When you think about, like, even from your childhood, like, are there things about dad? Are there things about him that you miss? I'll
Yeah.
answer the preacher question real quick. No, I definitely wouldn't go back. I'm actually trying to figure out how to deal with,
How to never go back.
well, how to unpack my
To
past.
quote Kamala, we're never going back.
Madam President, baby. I've ordered so much stuff from her store and have received none of
Oh.
it. None of it.
Yeah.
Because I've never been able to be
Because Grant.
outspoken about politics because
Oh yeah,
I was a
because you were
pastor.
church. Well,
And-
funny you say that, because most evangelical pastors are super political from the pulpit.
I know.
From the pulpit.
It's a weird thing. I didn't want to mix the two. I don't know. I'm fucked up. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, Drew,
Not
answer the
very
dad
American.
question. No one cares about me. Answer the dad question.
Yeah, I miss his hands. Oh my god,
Oh,
the
man.
veins.
Those hands.
No, I miss before he got really mean. Was he a good person? No, but he was a lot easier to deal with. He wasn't loving to anyone who looked or acted different from him, but he was lovely to us. And
Because we looked like him.
we looked just like him. We came right from the balls.
I'm
And
from the left ball.
And you know what? I'm not going to limit myself. I'm from both. Fuck it.
He's from
No, I
the
mean,
butt.
our dad was a character. When I left Mississippi College and transferred up to Kentucky,
The worst
which
decision I've
again,
ever made.
truly, I regret it every day. But no, like it was a 4 hour drive compared to the 3 hour drive it was to Mississippi College. So it was minuscule difference really in the grand scheme of things. But he was really worried about me. Like he was really worried that I'd be alone. And like when I came out, like he was the easiest person to come out to and he was so loving. And I remember like he drove up to Chicago to give me my car or to take my car back home. I didn't want a car anymore. When I first moved to Chicago, I decided I'll just take the CTA. So I had it for a few months. So he flew up and then just spent like a few days with me here in Chicago. We saw Wicked. We went to Smith and Walensky and had dinner next to Dan Aykroyd. Pretty cool.
Old
We did a
Danny.
lot of really, I put a lot of time and effort and money into it. But the part I miss about it is all the things he didn't appreciate. We were sitting in the front row center orchestra of Wicked, right? We ate on Smith and Walensky, which is a really famous, really nice steakhouse. I made sure we were at a window. It was snowing over the Chicago River. We're on the river watching the snowfall. Dan Aykroyd is right there eating a steak. Like
Perfect.
to me, I'm thinking like, what an incredible thing.
What makes Christmas
Instead,
Christmas? Snow. Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Snow and Dan
And
Aykroyd.
after he drove, like after he got back home, I think this is when he was starting his writing. He was starting to become a Christian writer or something.
Chicken
Our
Soup for the
father's,
Soul.
bless
Everybody
him, bless
published
his
in
heart,
Chicken Noodle Soup for the
yes.
Soul.
Writing is not his thing. It doesn't have to be. And that's okay. But he thinks it is. And he got home and he's like, I got to tell you. Because again, he was nicer back then, but he did not talk about anyone or anything other than himself. But he was still nice. It doesn't matter. Anyway, but
There's
he's like,
probably a lot of dads like that. Like, I bet there's a lot of people listening who they still talk to their father. They have a good relationship, but that's just their dad. Like, dad's dad. If you're gonna be around dad, he's gonna talk about dad
he's going to
stuff.
talk about something you don't care about.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how little interest you show. He's going
Right.
to talk at you.
That's
right.
That's just
It's just
dad.
part of it. Yeah. We're on the phone and I'm thinking, he's like, I've told so many people about my trip and I've started writing about it. I mean, it's just pouring out of me and I've already written 2 articles about it. Like I've just really incredible articles. I'll send them to you and you can read them. And I'm thinking, was it the fact that we were front row at Wicked? Was it the fact that we ate next to Dan Aykroyd? It was snowing, it was beautiful. And we did a bunch of other like touristy stuff. Nope. He wrote one article about the traffic on Lakeshore Drive.
I mean, but they got to do something about that traffic.
Well, no, he was saying everyone was
gotta.
driving so fast. He felt
So
like he was
fast.
driving
So
a race
furious.
car.
Oh.
And he loved it. And he would love to race more. That was his conclusion there.
That one.
And then the second thing, he loved Epic Burger, which is a burger chain here that is equal to like a Five Guys. So those are the 2 things he talked about.
Epic Burger,
And
baby.
it was just because he had such a good meal and he liked driving the car fast. You know, like that was just but it was funny to us. Like I remember laughing about it.
That's like talking to a kid, like a toddler
Yes.
or whatever. And you bring them to Disney World and they're like, the bathrooms were loud. And it's all right, man. But what about Mickey Mouse?
I miss that. I miss that I didn't get to know my dad as an adult further than, you know, into my like late 20s. That's kind of where we fell off. And I was having a lot of fun with the role reversal of I'm adult, I job, I help you. You need help, I help you. You know, like I wish I had gotten to father my father a little more. I do miss that. I am bummed that I didn't have that.
And his hands.
Love those hands. So veiny.
Love them. That was a fantastic question.
Yeah, it was a great question.
It was a sweet answer.
What was her name? Kai.
Kai.
Thank you, Kai.
Thank you, Kai. Okay, this is our final question, and yeah, I really want to hear Drew's take on it. I think it's gonna be great.
Ooh.
This is Paul. My name is Paul, and I have a question for the twins. Hi. So let's say you're doing a job with someone and it's going really well, but then you all of a sudden your job partner has a twin come out of nowhere. Do you feel comfortable stealing jobs from hardworking Americans?
And
Thank
it
you.
ends there.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
Okay, number one, you sound like a girl. So
You
that's on
sound
you.
like a girl. I think that's what she's
I
going
can
for.
promise you, I know exactly where she called from. I know where she was holding the phone. That sounded like that was a horizontal Alexis. That is
Okay.
absolutely no doubt. She was propped up so that she could watch TV, but she's as flat as possible.
Yep.
That call definitely sounded like it was after she had woken up. So she's been in bed for 3 hours now. She's awake. It's been about 3 hours, but she hasn't moved. And I could
This
hear her
Alexis,
morning
by the way.
phlegm.
That was Alexis,
Oh yeah, sorry.
IMHO superstar.
That was
Alexis.
my co-host, Alexis, and she.
A lot of
is a
animosity
menace.
between the two of us now. We've got a real feud going.
You know, that's kind of was our thing, and so I think it makes sense that you also physically fight her.
Actually, I think Alexis, no one can replace you. Alexis is one of the funniest human beings on the face of the planet.
Ew, why are we doing this?
I love it. I love Alexis. I think she's absolutely hysterical.
Cut this.
I love her.
Oh, God.
I could never replace you. I love you. I love you. And if only
Wait till you work with her.
If only I had met you before I met Angela.
That's not true.
If only.
That's not true, because at the time that you met Angela, Alexis was a baby. She was just being born.
But right? Now, if I could meet Alexis now.
Right.
Hey, Alexis.
I know you like them tall.
Hey, Alexis.
She is my best friend, and I'm so proud of her, and I agree with you. I think
she's hysterical.
I think of Twinnuendo and IMHO. I'm happy to play the straight man, LOL. I'm happy to be the comedy duo. I'm the Dean Martin, you're the Jerry Lewis.
Not on this one. It's the opposite. I'm the straight man.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're the wacky one. You're saying some wacky stuff. You're getting out there.
No, I'm not.
You're being all wacky.
Everything I've said is so normal. Hands,
wacky stuff.
I love hands.
No, I'm the Dean Martin. You're the Jerry Lewis.
No, you know what?
I'm the Cary Grant. You're the Katharine Hepburn.
What? They weren't a comedy duo.
Yeah, they made Bringing Up Baby. They made Bringing Up Baby.
They're not like a comedy duo.
They are in Bringing Up Baby. But they're not
Bringing Up Baby. Philadelphia Story. So, shut up. I love Bringing Up Baby. It is one of my favorite movies.
So good.
It's so
good.
funny. I was born on the side of a hill. Remember her heel breaks off and she goes, I was born on the side of a hill.
Yes, it's great. No, I'm the straight man in this, and that's fine.
Oh, funny. No, Alexis is wonderful. I know that this is all a bit. I know she's not upset that we're doing this podcast.
Oh, I asked her when I came to LA. I said,
you did?
Yeah, I asked her because I told you. Remember when we started? I was like, "Have you please? Have you talked to Alexis?" I didn't want to offend her or like.
I think my response to that was, LOL, she barely knows what we do with IMHO. You think she cares about this?
Her response was basically the same. She's like, IMHO is Drew's baby. Don't even worry about it. I don't care. Don't even worry about it. I was like, yeah, okay.
I've offered we could host a show with her sisters. Her sisters are very kind and yet boring. And I think it would just be a lot of Alexis.
And if they listen, we love
herself.
you. I love you.
We do.
Good.
They are anal backwards and A-rim backwards.
Love you both.
Lana and Myra. They're very sweet. Are they as funny as twins?
Who is?
And they're not even twins.
Alexis is very funny. All right, how do we sign off? Drew, thank you. I know this is a little bit of a truncated episode.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. It is legitimately my husband's birthday, and we're out of town.
Legitimately.
We're going to this really nice restaurant that was hard to get into. We went to one last night that was like that. We had a friend get us in. I felt
Where
very
was
chic.
it? Was it Epic Burger?
Epic Burger was actually, we couldn't get in there. We tried really hard.
Yeah.
It was called Maxwell Market.
Maxwell Silverhammer.
Maxwell's Trading. Apparently, you have to know someone to get in, and I do want to say this: not sponsored.
Say it.
Probably
put it out there.
One of the top 3 meals I've ever had in Chicago. Yeah. Yeah.
That includes
And
your dinner with Dad?
that includes Epic Burger, not Smith and Walensky. I'm still not
Smith,
sure
whatever.
that even happened. That feels like a
Yeah.
fever dream because he never mentions it. But
And Dan Aykroyd's in every fever dream you've ever had. So
well, he was at dinner last night.
he's like your
It's so funny you
talisman.
say that. He was giving us tequila for free. No, yeah, sorry, not sponsored. I just want y'all to go. I'm not a foodie either. I'm not like ooh, give me something weird. I want to try something. No.
Is that, by the way, his husband is, and that was his impression. Ooh,
Yeah.
give me something weird. That's what Curtis does.
You've never
anywhere
seen
he goes.
you've
"Ooh,
never seen
give me
Curtis
something
make a
weird."
dinner reservation. This is what he does. He goes, "Ooh, hi. My name's Curtis. What's on your menu tonight?" And
I'm
make
calling
sure
from
it's
a
little
landline, apparently.
weird. No. He just has one of those phones because otherwise he loses it. He needs something connected to
does.
the wall.
He
All right,
loses a
well,
lot.
let's end here because we
He's an
have to go to
actor.
dinner. I am so sorry, everyone. I have to go to dinner. We're going to Rosemary's Baby. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Where are you going?
Oh, we're going to Rosemary. Two separate words? I don't know about that.
Is it just
Two
you
separate
guys?
words. Just? It's his birthday dinner.
I know. Can you listen? Can you like buy him dessert or something, and then tell him
No.
like this is from Grant, but I'm not gonna send you money. I don't have any money.
No, we have this thing. It's so fun. For his birthday, I don't want him to get stressed about, the bill and like who's going to pay and
Oh, you
whatever.
dine and dash.
So, no. I just have him pay for it. I say ahead of time, just so you know, going into it,
So he's not
you're paying for
stressed.
this.
So he's not
Yeah,
stressed.
I do it for him. I don't want him to wonder.
So he's not stressed.
So, I'll
We're,
let him buy his own dessert.
by the way, Angela is sending him a mug, so she's on the search for
That's
a
so
perfect
sweet.
mug. And let me tell you what the
That's
kids
sweet. I
said.
love it.
So we said it in the car about getting Uncle Curtis a mug, and during June, we got a mug for Angela that said "I love gay people." I think is what it said.
What, did it have a question mark at the end of it?
I put that on there.
We got her a mug that said,
I wrote it.
love
I
gay
love
people.
gay people. So it said, it's something like that. I love gay people. And so Jude said, you should get him an I love straight people mug. And I was like, Jude, that's a great
Pretty
idea.
epic.
It's a
Most
great
of his
idea.
friends are straight, so that's actually really great.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's something we've had to work through in couples counseling, but I'm okay
straight
with them
people
now.
suck. All right, brother. I love you. Everyone who called in on
too.
voicemails, I love you.
Thank
Truly,
you so much.
they're wonderful. They're really wonderful.
Oh, we don't have time for this today, but next podcast, remember me to ask you, how was your first week of your new job? Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, started a new job.
Thank you for working. Okay,
you're
bye.
welcome. Bye, everybody.